Hello everyone and welcome to another video on marketing. I have a very interesting topic today, and then I had this interesting conversation where one of my colleague and spoke about how marketing should be integrated with the revenue cycle, right? And how you should the metrics should be tied about revenue and held accountable and pipeline, and I'm all for it. Okay, I'm all for it, and I think it's a great vision to have and all that. But the reason I find this funny is when companies or marketing leaders want to skip steps, right? I think. And that's why I think it is very important to kind of talk today about the maturity levels of marketing. And in my view, there are five levels of marketing maturity. And the first one is the ad hoc, right, where you kind of build a foundation for marketing activities, and you kind of establish that basic processes, right? You create a marketing strategy, you create marketing plan, and then you kind of create some processes and standardization. Right. At this point, your KPI is more about website traffic, social media followers, number of leads and conversions, and number of content that you're pushing through. And the next step is the emerging in the marketing maturity model, according to me, and that can take anywhere between 6 to 12 months. But this focuses on building a strong foundation. You kind of develop necessary processes and capabilities to support the growth, right? So you kind of fine tune the marketing strategies that you created earlier. You might have baked in some assumptions, and then you kind of check those assumptions. You focus on your positioning, you learn more about your target markets, segments, and you build a basic infrastructure in place, right? Your CRMs, your website, your content strategy, and you build a strong team, right? You have specialists in SEO, paid ads, content marketing, and that's your emerging, right? At this time, you're kind of here the KPIs are more about website traffic sources, right? Your bounce rate, your time on site, right? Conversion rate from leads to opportunity, email marketing metrics. These are some of the KPIs. You can maybe even start measuring number of sales qualified leads and all that. The third level is the developing level, which takes another 12 to 24 months, because here your entire focus is on optimizing and refining your strategies, right? So how do you get 50 to 100 leads? How do you get 30 to 50 qualified leads? How do you develop deeper customer insights? You have first 20 customers, you have first 50 customers, maybe 100 customers, but how do you create segments? How do you learn more about their challenges, persona, aspirations, their tasks, their outcomes, their motivations, and then create a content strategy, fine tune it, and you look at how you can take your SEM, demand generation, EBM strategy to the next level. You start investing in systems and tools. You start focusing on building thought leadership, right? And here your KPIs are more about lead scoring, MQL, SQLs, number of downloads. This is probably the first time you'll be starting to measure your pipeline value, your deal velocity, right? How long does it take? Your opportunity to close or win rates, number of awards and all that. And then the fourth is the advanced level, right, which is more about optimizing customer experience. You're driving sophisticated tactics, right, to improve your conversion rates. You're experimenting new channels, right, and then you have learned more about your buyer journey, and then you have concretized the strategy for that, right? And here you look at your average revenue per customer, upsell, cross sell, average deal size, and all of that. And the final is where you come in best in class, where you integrate with your revenue cycle and talk about more about new products and service launch and market share and all of that. So that's your 5 levels of marketing maturity, and it's possible that you might do certain activities early on. So for example, you might not be in developing, but you might still apply for awards, and you might still look at number of downloads in developing, whereas you might not be ready yet because you're still developing your content strategy and all of that. So I think it's a you can't really skip levels, and you can't jump from step 1 to step 5, and I think you should take a step-by-step approach, and that's a sure shot to success. I hope you find this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.